$5 million. In 1984, that number was unthinkable. No celebrity had ever commanded that kind of money for a commercial endorsement. But Michael Jackson wasn't just any celebrity, and what happened during those Pepsi commercials would change advertising, change celebrity culture, and create a moment that still echoes through the industry today. But it almost never happened. Michael Jackson was at the peak of his powers. Thriller was dominating the charts, breaking every record imaginable. MTV was playing his videos on repeat. The moonwalk had become a cultural phenomenon. Every brand in America wanted a piece of Michael Jackson's magic. But according to reports from the time, Michael wasn't interested. He didn't need the money. He didn't want to compromise his artistic image by selling soda. So why did he say yes to Pepsi? The answer reveals a mind that thought several moves ahead. According to those close to Michael at the time, he saw an opportunity that went beyond the paycheck. Pepsi wasn't just offering money, they were offering creative control, the chance to make commercials that felt like music videos. And most importantly, they were offering a platform to reach audiences who might never buy his albums. Young people, global audiences, markets that traditional music promotion couldn't reach as effectively. Roger Enrico, Pepsi's president, reportedly pursued Michael Jackson relentlessly. According to accounts of their negotiations, Enrico understood that landing Michael Jackson would be more than a celebrity endorsement. It would be a cultural statement. Pepsi was battling Coca-Cola in what the media called the Cola Wars, and Michael Jackson was the ultimate weapon. But getting him to say yes required something unprecedented. A deal structure that had never been attempted before. The negotiation, according to music business experts, broke every rule of celebrity endorsements. $5 million for 2 commercials. Creative approval over every aspect. The commercials would feature his music. He could use them to promote his upcoming victory tour with the Jackson brothers. And here's the genius part. Michael insisted that a significant portion of his fee would go to charity. According to reports, this wasn't just generosity. It was strategic. By tying the deal to charitable giving, Michael transformed a commercial transaction into something with cultural value. Think about what Michael Jackson accomplished with this structure. He maintained his artistic credibility by keeping creative control. He used a corporate partnership to amplify his charitable work. He commanded a fee that elevated the entire celebrity endorsement industry. And he did it all while serving his primary goal, promoting his music and tour. If you're seeing how business genius operates on multiple levels simultaneously, leave a comment about which Michael Jackson business decision impresses you most, and subscribe, because we're exploring how he changed not just music, but the entire entertainment business model. The commercial shoot was scheduled for January 1984 at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles. According to production reports, Pepsi spared no expense. They hired Bob Giraldi, a top commercial director. They built elaborate sets. They brought in hundreds of extras to simulate a concert crowd. The concept was revolutionary for its time. The commercial would look and feel like a music video. Michael would perform. The Pepsi branding would be subtle. This wasn't a traditional ad. It was entertainment that happened to feature a product. January 27, 1984. The 6th take of a pyrotechnic sequence. According to witnesses, the special effects were designed to create dramatic sparks and flames as Michael descended a staircase. The timing had been rehearsed repeatedly, but on this particular take, something went wrong. A spark ignited Michael's hair. For several seconds, reportedly, Michael continued performing, unaware that his hair was on fire. The professionalism, the commitment to the performance, even in that moment, was absolute. The accident made headlines worldwide. Michael Jackson burned during Pepsi commercial filming. According to medical reports, he suffered second-degree burns to his scalp. He was rushed to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. The incident could have destroyed the entire campaign. Pepsi could have faced massive liability. The partnership could have ended in lawsuits and recriminations. But what happened next revealed something important about Michael Jackson's character and business acumen. Instead of suing, instead of attacking Pepsi, Michael Jackson made a different choice. According to reports from those involved, He didn't want the accident to overshadow the positive aspects of the partnership. The commercial was completed, the victory tour proceeded, and Michael donated his entire $1.5 million settlement from the accident to the Brotman Medical Center, which had treated him. He turned a tragedy into another charitable contribution. The narrative shifted from disaster to generosity. The impact on celebrity endorsements was immediate and permanent. According to advertising industry analysts, the Pepsi-Michael Jackson deal changed everything. Before this partnership, celebrity endorsements were simple affairs. A star appeared in an ad, spoke some lines, collected a modest fee. After Michael Jackson, the playbook was rewritten. Celebrities began demanding creative control. Fees skyrocketed. The line between advertising and entertainment blurred. Michael Jackson had created a new category. Share this with anyone interested in how business innovation happens at the intersection of celebrity, commerce, and strategic thinking. Because what Michael Jackson did with Pepsi wasn't just about one deal, it was about transforming an entire industry's approach to celebrity partnerships. The commercials themselves were groundbreaking. According to media scholars, they represented the first time a major corporation essentially funded music video production disguised as advertising. The production values matched anything on MTV. Michael's performance was as compelling as his concert work. The Pepsi branding was so subtle that viewers sometimes forgot they were watching a commercial. This approach, integrating brand and content seamlessly, became the template for decades of advertising that followed. From Pepsi's perspective, according to company executives at the time, the partnership exceeded all expectations. Sales increased. Brand perception among young consumers improved dramatically. The company's cool factor, competing with Coca-Cola's traditional dominance, surged. Michael Jackson hadn't just been a spokesman. He had been a strategic asset that transformed the brand's cultural position. The $5 million investment generated returns far beyond what traditional advertising could achieve. But here's what's often overlooked about this deal. According to business analysts, Michael Jackson didn't just take the money and perform, he negotiated terms that protected his artistic integrity while maximizing strategic benefit. The commercials promoted his music, they built anticipation for his tour. They expanded his global reach. Every aspect of the deal served multiple purposes. This wasn't passive celebrity endorsement, this was active strategic partnership, where both parties benefited exponentially. The accident, tragic as it was, paradoxically strengthened the narrative. According to public relations experts, Michael's gracious response to being burned, his refusal to blame Pepsi, his donation of the settlement to charity, these actions generated more positive press than the commercials themselves. The world saw not just a performer, but a person of character, someone who handled crisis with dignity. The human side of Michael Jackson's story deepened, making him more relatable, even as his star status reached impossible heights. The ripple effects through the entertainment industry were profound. According to talent agents and managers from that era, the Pepsi deal established new benchmarks. When negotiating any celebrity endorsement, Michael Jackson's terms became the reference point. Creative control became standard. Multi-million-dollar fees became achievable. The integration of product placement and entertainment content became the goal. Michael Jackson had essentially created the modern celebrity endorsement industry in one deal. Looking at the business model more closely, according to marketing professors who study this case, several innovations stand out. First, Michael insisted the commercials could be used to promote his tour, turning Pepsi's advertising budget into free promotion for his own ventures. Second, by maintaining creative control, he ensured the commercials enhanced rather than diluted his brand. Third, by linking the deal to charity, he transformed commerce into something more meaningful. Every layer of the arrangement showed strategic thinking. The cultural impact extended beyond advertising. According to sociologists who study celebrity, the Pepsi partnership represented a shift in how stars related to corporate America. Before Michael Jackson, there was often tension between artistic credibility and commercial endorsements. Artists who did commercials were sometimes seen as selling out. Michael Jackson changed that calculation. By making commercials that were as artistically ambitious as his music videos, By negotiating terms that served his artistic goals, he proved that commerce and art could coexist without compromise. The victory tour that followed, according to concert industry reports, benefited enormously from the Pepsi partnership's promotional power. The commercials aired during prime time during the Super Bowl, reaching audiences who might never have seen a music video. The tour sold out stadiums across America. Michael Jackson had used corporate money to fund what was essentially a massive promotional campaign for his own work. The strategic brilliance was undeniable. What's remarkable when examining this decision is how it fits Michael Jackson's broader pattern of innovation. According to biographers, he consistently looked for ways to leverage partnerships for maximum benefit. The Pepsi deal wasn't an isolated moment of business genius. It was characteristic of how he approached every aspect of his career. Find opportunities where multiple goals can be served simultaneously. Negotiate from a position of strength. Never compromise core values. Make every deal serve the art. The accident's aftermath also revealed something important about corporate responsibility. According to legal experts, Pepsi handled the situation professionally, providing immediate medical care, working with Michael to minimize negative publicity, settling quickly and fairly. The partnership survived because both parties behaved honorably under pressure. This approach to crisis management became another lesson that echoed through the industry. When accidents happen, character matters more than contracts. From today's perspective, according to entertainment business scholars, the Pepsi-Michael Jackson partnership looks almost quaint. Athletes and entertainers now command tens of millions for endorsements. Brands and celebrities co-create content routinely. The integration of advertising and entertainment is so complete that consumers sometimes can't distinguish them. But all of this traces back to Michael Jackson's decision in 1984 to demand that celebrity endorsements be treated as serious creative collaborations rather than simple commercial transactions. So what can we learn from this deal? According to business strategists, several principles emerge. First, know your value and command compensation that reflects it. Second, never sacrifice creative control just for money. Third, structure deals so they serve multiple strategic goals simultaneously. Fourth, handle crisis with grace, because character becomes part of your brand. And fifth, innovation in business often means taking structures that existed and reimagining them completely. Michael Jackson's $5 million Pepsi deal didn't just make him wealthy, it changed what was possible for every celebrity who came after. It proved that artistic integrity and commercial success weren't opposing forces. It demonstrated that strategic partnerships, properly structured, could amplify rather than diminish a star's cultural impact. And it showed that sometimes the most revolutionary business decisions are the ones that rewrite the rules everyone else takes for granted. But revolutionary business thinking was just one aspect of Michael Jackson's genius. In our next video, we'll explore perhaps his boldest financial move, a purchase that music industry veterans said was impossible. A deal that would make Michael Jackson one of the wealthiest entertainers in history while protecting the legacy of the most valuable song catalog ever created. The story of how Michael Jackson outsmarted Paul McCartney and bought the Beatles. Stay tuned.